Look, as someone who started his own sunglasses company, I won't try to tell you that they're not important products. If anything, I regularly tell people that they're the most important products. Again, I own a sunglasses company. I'm a bit biased, but I get it. Most sunglasses are way too expensive. I won't point any fingers or name any names, but if you want to in the comments below, well, I certainly won't stop you. In any case, when I began looking into making my own sunglasses, I assumed that I'd have to charge similarly high prices, but it turned out that I could make the high quality versions I always wanted and only charge about $45. So what gives? Why aren't much larger companies that manufacture their sunglasses in much greater numbers able to do the same? Shouldn't they be able to charge even less? The truth is that they absolutely can, but the reasons why they don't will shock you. In this video, I'm going to explain all three of them. 1. A large percentage of sunglasses are basically all made by a single company. 2. These sunglasses come with a markup of at least 1,000%. And number 3. They're what's known as Veblen goods. Let's dive in. Although I'll give you some details about how much industry insiders say it costs to make most sunglasses, the real reason they probably cost so much is actually much simpler than that. It's pretty close to one simple word: monopoly. That's right. One gigantic company pretty much owns all of the others that make the expensive high-end sunglasses that so many of us buy without thinking twice. Are you ready to go down the rabbit hole? Before 2018, if you owned sunglasses, there was a good chance you had two companies to thank. The first was a French company, Essilor, which was one of the world's largest manufacturers of lenses, both for glasses and contacts. The second was an Italian company, Luxarica, which made a large percentage of the frames for sunglasses and eyeglasses in the world. In 2018, they merged to form one gigantic company, Essilor Luxarica. Now, to be clear, this merger doesn't technically qualify as a monopoly. According to the 2018 article in The Guardian about the merger of these two giant companies, the new firm will not technically be a monopoly. Essilor currently has around 45% of the prescription lenses market, and Luxarica has 25% of the frames. Okay, fair enough. But the article went on to add, in the 7 centuries of spectacles, there has never been anything like it. The new entity will be worth around $50 billion, or 37 billion pounds, and sell close to 1 billion pairs of lenses and frames every year, and have a workforce of more than 140,000 people. The result of this merger means that some of the most recognized names in sunglasses are all owned by the same entity. See if any of these names ring a bell. As you can see, Essilor Luxarica doesn't just own popular manufacturers. They own some of the most popular retailers too. Now again, this company doesn't constitute a monopoly, but you can probably appreciate why it's easier to charge more for a pair of sunglasses when you own so much of the market. But just how much more are companies charging in the first place? How much of a markup do they add to the cost of actually manufacturing these sunglasses? Recently, I covered a similar topic when I looked at why Lululemon leggings are so expensive. You'll find a link to that video in the description below. But I discovered that the popular company may enjoy a markup well over 3,000%. It turns out things aren't that much different in the sunglasses game. Most pairs come with a very substantial 1,000% markup. And unlike in my Lululemon article where I had to make an educated guess, the markup for sunglasses isn't an estimate. Instead, it comes from 2 former LensCrafters executives who were interviewed for a Los Angeles Times article about the high prices of glasses. As one of them put it, "It's ridiculous, it's a complete ripoff." And here's the thing, for the really high-end sunglasses with the brand names that everyone immediately recognizes, the markup may be significantly more. According to that same executive, manufacturers can have high-quality frames made in China for between $4 and $8. For a designer level, like what you'd get from Prada, it might be $15. Adding first-quality lenses will only run companies about $2.50 for both. So for about $17.50, some of these companies are enjoying markups anywhere from 2,000% to 5,000%. So how exactly do these big companies get away with this? Well, as I mentioned, it doesn't hurt when you own so many of those big companies. When dozens of high-end brands all charge similar prices, it's easy for consumers to assume that it must be for a good reason. However, there's another concept at play here. One that also underpins why brands like Lululemon can charge so much more than their competitors and seemingly enjoy more popularity as a result. The concept is known as a Veblen good, which describes a product for which demand actually goes up as its price increases. Generally, we expect the exact opposite to happen. We've all had the experience of switching brands when we realized the company behind our favorite go-to product had sneakily increased their price. That doesn't happen to Veblen goods because they tend to be high quality and perhaps more importantly, they have a tremendously effective marketing strategies, boosting their appeal. In fact, the most defining aspect of a Veblen good may be that it's seen as a status symbol. So for many people, wearing $500 sunglasses is totally worth it because it tells the world that they can afford it. And of course, the world doesn't know it only costs about $20 to make them. The CEO of Luxarica, Andrea Guerra, very succinctly explained the real reason sunglasses are so expensive during an interview for 60 Minutes back in 2014.
You're trying to tell me it's all worth all that money?
Everything is worth what people are ready to pay.
That about sums it up. Does Essilor Luxarica's hold on the industry influence prices? Sure. But it's not like there aren't plenty of alternatives for those who don't want to spend a small fortune on their shades. If that sounds like you, I think you'll enjoy the wide range of sunglasses my company offers, all at very low prices. And if you really feel like spending hundreds of dollars, you can always buy multiple pairs. This video is brought to you by Runners Athletics, makers of the best running sunglasses for men and women. No slip, no bounce, these ultra lightweight sunglasses won't move, no matter the challenge. Gear up for your next adventure at runnersathletics.com.